conversation was, you don't need centers anymore. Guess what? We're back at it. Two of the best at the 5 spot in this one.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. And here's Gobert from the arc. Detroit with a rebound. Last time they met was in Minneapolis, where they beat the Timberwolves.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Pass to Harris. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. Harris has got 5 now.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Harris. Coming off a 12-point game. Thompson finds Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. It remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report.
Exactly the kind of start you're looking for. They are 4 for 5 out of the gates.
Harris' shot is good.
And understanding that the mid-range jumper is not dead. I love it. Harris is dependable, takes smart shots.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to DiVincenzo. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Focusing on the small forward position here, the top rebounders at that spot this season. You look at Thompson, 5th in the league, a really strong rebounder.
And their work on the glass plays such a key part in pretty much all of their games. I mean, they play bigger than other small forwards in this league.
Yeah, this is a very physical group of players, and all with a great nose for the ball. They don't shy away from getting down low and pounding the boards with the big guys. In fact, they just thrive on it.
The Pistons leading. On the wing, Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. Clock at 6. And again, no good by Detroit. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. And down it goes. 2 points. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Man, that is DiVincenzo simply willing the ball in the bucket. That's 2 points the hard way.
Pass to Harris. Thompson outside. Now here's Robinson. Guarded by Edwards. Thompson against McDaniels. It's blocked by Gobert.
Learn the lesson quickly, folks. Do not test Rudy Gobert.
some changes for Minnesota. Nas Reed's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's DeSumo in for DiVincenzo. Clock is at 3. Jenkins misses. Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from deep. And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Following the score by Minnesota. For 3, Robinson. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Shot is good by Edwards.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Pistons trail by 4. Here's Jenkins. Still without a bucket. Robinson into the lane.
Almost inescapable, that 7'9" wingspan. Send it back, big Rudy Gobert.
And a nice finish on the layup. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Herter's checked in for the Pistons. Sasser comes in for Jenkins, and then for Minnesota. Anderson's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels, and it's Highland in for Edwards. Harris passes to Duran. They get back on track. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Here's Thompson after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Duran against Reed. Pass to Anderson. Here's Highland. Off target from three-point range.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Got it.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Anderson for 3. Knocks down the long J. Anderson's got 5.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
The 3 from Thompson. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. It's Minnesota leading by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the court for Minnesota. Randle at power forward with Reed at center. DeSumo is out there with Bones Highland. And it's Clark in at the 3 spot. LeVert, that's good.
Now, there's a reason Karis LeVert shoots well from the field. This guy is great at picking great opportunities.
Pass to DeSumo from behind the arc. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pistons trail by 11. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready for work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you, Brian.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. LeVert passes to Reed. Back to LeVert. Over Clark. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Here's Holland. And he buries his first look.
We see it over and over again. More teams sending activity to the offensive window, and it pays dividends.
And some changes here for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Robinson comes in for Levert. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Clark. Reed, good. Reed's got his first points of the game.
Boy, Naz Reid able to concentrate and finish despite incredible defense.
Pass to Robinson. Duren with a screen on Edwards. Here's Jenkins. Here's the three. That shot off the mark. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Finding the strength and the legs to finish the season strong. How difficult is that to do?
Yeah, I think this is where, BA, you need your leaders and those veterans to guide the young players along, to encourage them to eat right, to get their rest, to take care of themselves mentally as well as physically.
Pass to Duren. And here's Herter. He's guarded by Highland. Here's Jenkins. 6 on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. And the bucket is good. The Timberwolves lead by 13. Here's Dosunmu. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Dosunmu's got 8 here in this quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Jenkins. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
Boy, he was anticipating a little bit more defensive pressure, and that's one you think he's going to make.
Yep, count it.
Well, the high percentage opportunity. Naz Reid on the inside.
The Pistons have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Outside Herter. Here's Jenkins. He's guarded by Highland. Pass to Herter. 5 on the clock. Off target with the 3. For Minnesota, they've gone an outstanding 7 of 7 so far in the second quarter.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Something everybody likes about Naz Reid is his energy. It's infectious.
This is why the fans love him. And what I admire most about Naz, yes, he's been effective off the bench. He's been able to fit into any lineup. Every year the coaching staff comes in and says, I'm not sure where he fits. And Naz finds a way to carve out a role. Big jelly in the house.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Without a doubt, Ant-Man is one of the most entertaining players in the league, Doris.
You cannot take your eyes off Anthony Edwards when he's playing in a basketball game. The skill set is electric. But beyond that, he's got a 1,000-watt smile, and he understands this is an entertainment medium.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Holland, and it's Thompson in for Herter. DiVincenzo with a steal. Here's the break. Dosunmu with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Oh, got that one up quick. Dosunmu's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
Here's Jenkins. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Toronto. And it's all from three-point range.
Geez, you can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
It's blocked by Gobert.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition's sails.
46 seconds left in the second quarter. Harris down low, working on McDaniels. And the dunk by Duren.
Each year, it feels like Harris becomes more and more versatile. He's really working to get others involved.
Dosunmu, the pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists now in this one.
just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him. That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Hits a three-pointer. Dosunmu's got 13.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now. And the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
Robinson passes to Duren. Now Thompson. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob. And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game, it's Minnesota delivering the blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
It'll be the Suns against the Hornets in Charlotte. It's going to tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Either team could come away with...
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Glad you could join us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Harris and Duren together in the middle. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Jenkins in at the point. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. For 3, DiVincenzo. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game. And for the Pistons, they're shooting at a respectable 49%. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. He has 6.
Boy, defensively, you deserve to get torched from deep if you leave him that open. My goodness.
Pass to McDaniels from downtown. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Harris. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists here tonight.
And this offensive surge is just what they needed right now.
Randall, the pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And vertical threat, that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Pistons trail by 20. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Harris. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
Pass to Edwards. Lets it fly. Out to DiVincenzo. Launches it. The rebound by Detroit.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Here's Duren. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Duren's got 12.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Count it. He's got 10.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Here's the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. That one's good for 2.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
The Timberwolves lead by 16. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Takes a three. That shot is off.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Harris's shot is good.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all three levels.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. The drive by Randall. Robinson with a steal. Pass to Duran. On the wing, Thompson. This one for three. Knocks it down from distance.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Outside Edwards. Edwards finishes strong against the D.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Doris, what's amazing about Ant-Man, he's worked to become an elite floor spacer.
The reason that's important, BA, is because we know what a dangerous driver and what a force at the rim Anthony Edwards can be. What I love is he's worked to become a legit threat, and he leaned heavily into that three-point game. So important in the modern NBA.
The Timberwolves lead by 12. DiVincenzo on the wing. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. For three, the Pistons clear it. Duran's got rebound number 8 now.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Robinson on the wing. For three, here's Harris. And Detroit another three.
Yeah, the corner is a great spot for Harris. He works to get open over there.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Reed's checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for Robinson. And Sasser subbed in for Jenkins. Right side, Highland. Shoots from 12, and that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Reed. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
And so it's Highland who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. Sumu outside. Banked it in off the glass. Dosunmu's got 15 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
To the right side. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Fires in the triple.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Pass to Shannon. The three. Hits the trifecta.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Chalk up 2 there. Highland looking for an opening. With 2 seconds left. That one no good. And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Shannon in at the 3. Pistons trail by 9. Pass to Holland. Buries it down low.
Yeah, because Duran is such a big, physical, athletic guy, it's easy to overlook his incredible passing. But that's one of his core strengths.
Here's Shannon. He's checked by LeVert. Now here's Randall. Shoots over Holland. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And here's LeVert for 3. Drills it from deep.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Now here's Dosunmu, guarded closely. Here's Shannon. He's checked by LeVert. 6 to shoot. Here's Reed. Count the basket.
Just a little bit of tenacity from Naz Reid inside. Challenge the bucket, no problem.
Back to LeVert. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Making a change here. Thompson's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Edwards, he's checked in for Clark. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Allie, thank you. Reed can't hit.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Thompson passes to Herter. Here's Holland, and he banks in the layup. And now it's just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Pass to Randall. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Dosunmu outside. Here's Shannon. Lets it go from deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Duran. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Dosunmu outside. Can't get the 3. The Pistons on offense. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
They have no answer defensively inside.
For Minnesota, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Shannon. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dosunmu. Now DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. He launches. Duran pulls it down. For Detroit, they've gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Yes, sir! That one goes!
Oh, Anthony Edwards loves these moments, and boy, does he deliver.
Goal for the Pistons. Tobias Harris checked in for Holland. Robinson comes in for Herter. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. Robinson in the post. Guarded by Edwards. Robinson outside. Duran. Clock at 6. He's off from 3. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Harris. Edwards fires. Oh, he can't hit it. And here's Detroit. They're on a 15-4 run. Count it.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Puts up the tray. Oh, Edwards. Money on the triple.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
The triple drop.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a 3, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
Oh, missed on the tray.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Count it.
Rising to the occasion, more and more you can lean on Harris in these situations.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. 6-point game. It falls.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris sinks it in the post.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nailed all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Edwards. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Team seconds.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now the Timberwolves with it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harris there for the rebound. Robinson outside. Quick 2. Oh, net. Now McDaniels. Thompson! It's good from beyond the arc. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that